Traversing North America for a select 10-date tour with metalcore vanguards Converge, the heavy, expansive pull of the almighty Neurosis occupies the halls of Pittsburgh's Rex Theater on July 30th, 2017. Marking Neurosis' first Pittsburgh appearance since 1999, a sold-out crowd awaits these heavy-minded greats. Accompanied by the acrid sludge of Belgium's Amun-Ra, Neurosis' brief North American sojourn provides a rare indulgence for the residents of the Steel City, and the inclusion of Converge only increases the essential nature of this show. A corrosive swell opens Amun-Ra's 5-song set as the band launches into The Pain It Is Shapeless from 2005's Mass 3. Drawing exclusively from the band's Mass 3, Mass 4, and Mass 5 offerings, Amun-Ra's hostile dirge stridently scours the terrain, with founders Colin H. Van Eckhout's blackened rasp narrating the destruction, and Matthew J. Vanderkove's despairing riffs leading the charge. Joined by Bjorn Laban on drums, Levi Sinayev on bass, and Lennart Bosu on guitar, Razor Eater from Mass 4 and Nowina 910 from 2012's Mass 5 rage forth with ascetic fervor. The band's stringent performance only heightened against the stark stage presentation. No stage lights, the band is only illuminated by a bleak projection of natural imagery and other assorted visuals covering the entire stage. Cruz from Mass 3 and the set-closing Silver Needle Golden Nail from 2008's Mass 4 bury the audience in a slow-moving avalanche of despondency. A strong opener for the night's much-anticipated happenings, Amun-Ra's hypnotic post-metal surges forth into and through a crusted glacial scrape, preparing the crowd for an expansive and crushing night with Converge and all-time legends Neurosis. Up next, heavy innovators Converge launch into a corrosive set of squalling and frenetic post-hardcore destruction. Leading with 2009's Dark Horse and Aimless Arrow from 2012's All We Love We Leave Behind, Kurt Ballew's tangled guitar runs couple with Ben Kohler's strafing drums and Nate Newton's explosive bass to decimate the seething crowd. Working in a new song, I Can Tell You About Pain, from a recently released 7-inch, marks the first offering of new material from the band in 5 years. You Fail Me, Trespasses, and All We Love We Leave Behind follow in succession as Jacob Bannon's acid-tipped vocals roar from plaintive bellow to an abrasive crash above and beyond the band's feverish din. Concentrating on the band's post-millennial discourse, Converge ripped through a set of vital classics that help to redefine the boundaries of heavy. Technical issues interrupt Jacob Bannon's acerbic screed, but the matter is quickly resolved, and the discordant flurry continues with Predatory Glow from 2012 and a pair of songs from 2009's Axe to Fall with Reap What You Sow and Cutter. Worms Will Feed, Rats Will Feast begins with its Melvins-esque crawl before an apocalyptic hardcore dirge settles in to grind the crowd into submission. Favoring the sold-out Pittsburgh audience with a live debut, new song Under Duress offers a slow assault, seething with hostility as it careens from mechanized scrape to a disorienting swarm. Eagles Become Vultures from 2004's You Fail Me charges forward in the wake of Under Duress's mid-paced attack. Turning to 2001's watershed release Jane Doe, Converge brings their set to a rollicking close with a pair of songs from this much-lauded album. Concubine abrades the crowd with its short but vicious brutality before the spiraling carnival dirge of Jane Doe closes out a blistering set with brief glimmers of hope consumed by the engulfing sonic roar as the song and Converge's set slowly winds to its disconcerting conclusion. From Amun-Ra's stark and visceral performance to the blistering barrage of Converge, an already incendiary night of heavy musical exposition is brought to elevated heights by the roiling atavistic pulse of the almighty Neurosis. Serving as a summoning bell, the tidal pull of Lost from 1993's Enemy of the Sun exerts itself through the Rex Theater with elemental force. Beginning with a familiar sample from Noah Landis and echoing bass from Dave Edwardson, Steve Von Till's vocals pierce the distorted swirl. The middle portion of Lost ramps up to a raging torrent before winding its circuitous route home. Web from 1992 emerges from Noah Landis' droning whirl. This forceful track from Souls at Zero churns with an archaic urgency as its fervent propulsion pushes and pulls with disorienting force. Recurring throughout the night, the space between songs is teeming with washes of drone and discord by resident noisemaker Noah Landis. A shadow memory from the band's latest sonic journey, Fires Within Fires, emerges from the roaring squall. Teetering with a primeval swing, the song's middle moments and closing rumble initiate an etheric trip that carries the song to its conclusion. Crushing all in attendance, the pivotal locust star subsumes all with an intense tribal pulse. Slowly creeping, Locust Star's spindly crawl exudes from the stage. 2016's Fire is the End lesson follows up on the droning interlude to open the next song. Seething with a feral undercurrent, Fire is the End lesson builds with a strident abrasion, its subliminal buoyancy held in check by Steve Von Till and Scott Kelly's hostile vocal strape. Dave Edwardson's elastic bass coils forward like a roiling monster, and Steve Von Till's squalling solo offers a stringent revelation. Like a hypnotic plea, Takanashi from Souls at Zero swirls and twists throughout the crowd with an insidious pull. Chanted vocals crawl underneath, and the song's subversive ascension only works to draw the listener into Takanashi's final engulfing pummel. Concluding the epic title motion of Takanashi, Neurosis next set their sights on the sprawling rumination Broken Ground from Fires Within Fires. A cinematic interlude from Noah Landis drones through the wrecks before Broken Ground ambles into existence with an earthen intonation. Scouring forward with forceful intent, Broken Ground slowly grinds the audience down with its unadorned austerity and insistent gravity. 2007's Given to the Rising offers up At the End of the Road. Slowly building, At the End of the Road grows from a minimalistic, skulking drone to a skull-crushing, disconsolate creep. Steve Von Till's voice a coarse bellow over the congealed Sabbathian soundscape. The band's hostile, distorted drops overtake with a leaden elasticity. Bending Light, another new song from 2016's Fires Within Fires, begins with a simple dirge that rises with a plaintive guitar wail. Circling at low altitude, Bending Light searches for an updraft before being pulled to the crushing depths below. Caught in the song's oppressive current, the visceral lyrics complement the feral roar of Bending Light. Closing the show with abrasive urgency, The Doorway from 1999's Times of Grace ends Neurosis' show with an unrelenting roar. A suffocating doom follows as the doorway strangles the air from the room. Shifting gears, the song's middle moments creep and clamor with apocalyptic fervor before a feedback-driven percussive freakout brings the show to a close. Leaving the stage one by one, the legendary Neurosis wind down their performance in a deconstructionist drawdown until the hiss of the amplifier is finally snuffed out to conclude the show. Returning to Pittsburgh for the first time in 18 years, Oakland, California's heavy music groundbreakers Neurosis bring a night of essential heavy to the Rex Theater on July 30th, 2017. Accompanied by the stark blackened sludge of Belgium's Amun-Ra and the destructive strains of Converge's metallic hardcore attack, Neurosis imparts a ritualistic experience to the denizens of the Steel City who are in rapturous attendance. On the road, in support of their latest sonic offering, 2016's Fires Within Fires, Neurosis' short 10-date trek across North America offers their rabid fans the increasingly rare chance to witness the band's atavistic performance and indulge in the tribal unity of the band's collective oral exploration. An amazing show from an absolutely crucial band. The addition of Converge's personal hardcore tension and Amun-Ra's visceral despondency only add to an incendiary night of forward-thinking heavy music revelry.